Good day. So today we will be learning how to evaluate a function. So evaluating function is the process of determining the value of the function at the number assigned to a given variable. So we already learned from lesson 1 how we will represent a situation in a form of a function. So that is an important lesson because we will be identifying how does the output behave if for every changes in an input. And the importance of learning to evaluate the function is we can predict how the output or what would be the output is if we were given a specific input. So we just need to apply that input in the function. Okay. So for example, if the function is given as f of x is equal to 2x minus 4. So we need to find the value of the function. So what would be the value of the function if our input is given as x is equal to 3? For this, we just need to replace all the x's with 3. Okay? So replace all the x's with 3. So minus 4. So this will be equal to 6 minus 4. Then the answer will be 2. Okay? Next one. So let's us find the value of the function if the function is given as g of x is equal to 3x squared plus 7 given that x is equal to negative 3. So we just need to replace all the x's by negative 3. Okay? So this will be 3. Replace x by negative 3. Okay? Squared plus 7. So this will be 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. Okay? Plus 7. So 3 multiplied by 9 will be 27 plus 7. Then g of negative 3 will be equal to 34. Okay? Next one. So let us find the value of the function given that the function is g of x is equal to 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. So find the value of the function if g is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, and the other one is x is equal to negative 1. So let's try to solve for two different equations. Okay. So 1 will be g of 0 is equal to 3. Replace all the x's with 0. So we have 2 x's. So 3 times 0 squared plus 5 multiplied by x, which will be 0 minus 2. Okay. So we can answer this one. 0 squared. So 0 squared is equal to 0 multiplied by 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Plus 5 times 0 will be 0 minus 2. So this will be negative 2. Okay? Now, next one. What if the value of x is negative 1? Okay? G of negative 1 is equal to 3. Replace all the x's by negative 1 squared plus 5 multiplied by negative 1 minus 2. Okay? So let's try to solve. Negative 1 squared is equal to 1 multiplied by 3 is equal to 3. Okay. Plus 5 times negative 1 is equal to negative 5. Okay, so this will be negative 5 minus 2. 3 plus negative 5 is equal to negative 2 minus 2 will be equal to negative 4. Okay. Next one. So f of x is equal to 5x plus 1. Okay? So find the value of the function if f is if x is equal to h plus 1. Okay? So replace all the x's by h plus 1. So we have f of h plus 1 is equal to 5 multiplied by h plus 1 plus 1. Okay? So this will be, so we need to distribute this 5 to all the h to 1. Okay? So 5 times h will be 5h plus 5 times 1 will be 5. Okay? So plus 1. Okay? So this will be 5h plus 6. Okay. So this is our answer. Next one. So g of x is equal to square root of 3x minus 2. Okay. So find the value of the function if if x is equal to 9. Okay. So g of 9 is equal to 3x minus 2. Okay, so I'll replace x here by 9. So this will be 3 times 9 will be 27 minus 2. So this will be 27 minus 2 will be 25. Square root of 25 will be equal to 5. Okay. Next one. So h of negative 5 is equal to 4. Replace all the x's by negative 5 plus 8 is equal to 2. Negative 5 minus 4. So 4 times negative 5 is equal to negative 20 plus 8. Okay. 2 times negative 5 is equal to negative 10. Negative 10 minus 4. Okay. So negative 20 plus 8 will be negative 12. Negative 10 minus 4 will be negative 14. So the answer will be 6 over 7. Okay. Next one. So 2 raised to x. Given that f of x is given that x is equal to 3 over 2. So let us find the value of this function. So this will be 2, 3 over 2. Okay. So we can transform this equation into a simpler one. So I just need to raise 2 by the numerator of the exponent will be 3. And a radical sign wherein the index of the radical sign will be equal to the denominator, which is 2. Okay. So for convenience, if the index is 2, we don't need to write 2. Okay. So this will be 2 raised to 3. So 2 raised to 3 will be equal to 8. Okay. Which is, we can further simplify this square root of 8, because square root of 8 is not a perfect square, but then we can think of a number that is a factor of 8, which is also at the same time is a perfect square. So the number that I think the perfect square which we can fit with 8, which is a factor of 8, is 4. So 4 multiplied by 2. So 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. Okay? And 4 is a perfect square. So with that, we can extract 4 from a radical sign. So square root of 4 will be 2. The remaining factor will be left inside the radical sign. So 2 square root of 2. So this is our final answer. Next one. So f of x, so x should be 2.4. 2.4 is equal to the floor function of 2.4 plus 2. Okay, when we use floor function, we are rounding a number to the nearest lower integer. Okay, so when we round off this number, so for example, if we have 1.9 inside the floor function, so typically we round this 1.9 to 2. However, when we put this 1.9 inside a floor function, we need to round this 1.9 to the nearest lower integer. So the nearest lower integer will be equal to 1. So that's the answer. So same here, 2.4 will be rounded to the nearest lower integer, which would be 2. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Okay, hope that is clear. Next one. So find the value of the function of f of h plus 1 given that the function is equal to f of x is equal to x absolute value of x minus 8. Okay, so with that we need to replace all the x with h plus 1. So that will be h plus 1 minus 8. Okay, so we need to perform all the processes inside this bracket of the absolute value. Okay, perform first all the operations. So h plus 1 minus 8 will be negative 7. Okay, so we cannot omit the absolute value because we have a value of variable. We have the variable that is that we cannot distinguish if it is a positive or a negative. So for the final answer of this equation, so this one will be enough. Okay, so the absolute value of h minus 7. Okay, next one, find the value of function of f of 2x minus 3 given that the function is f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 2. So replace all the x's by 2x minus 3. So be careful. So first step, again replace all the x's with this corresponding value, which is 2x minus 3. So this will be 2x minus 3 squared minus 2x minus 3 plus 2. Okay, so this will be 2x minus 3 minus distribute na 2x na negative 2 times 2x will be negative 4x. Okay, negative 2 minus multiply by negative 3 will be 6. Okay, plus 6 plus 2. So this will be FOIL method. First terms, 2x times 2x will be 4x squared. Outer, 2x multiplied by negative 3 will be negative 6x. Inner, so negative 3 multiplied by 2x will be negative 6x. And last terms will be negative 3 times negative 3 will be plus 9. Okay, plus 9. So negative 4x plus 6 plus 2. Okay. So next, combine similar terms. So the similar terms, we have similar terms which is 4x squared. So there is no other similar item here for x squared. So next one will be the x's, the x raised to 1, negative 6x, negative 6x, and negative 4x, and all the numerical coefficient, sole numerical coefficient, so which will be 9, 6, and 2. So we just need to simplify this equation, shorten this one by combining all the similar terms. Okay, so 4x squared negative 6x minus 6x will be negative 12x minus 4x will be negative 16x. Okay, so plus 9 plus 6 will be plus 15, so plus 2 will be 17. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, next one, h of x is equal to 9 minus 5x. So find the value of the function if x is equal to 3m. So replace x by 3m is equal to 9 minus 5 times 3m. So 5 multiply first, so negative 5 times 3m will be 15. 9 minus 15m. Okay, so this is our final answer. Next one, so this one might be a difficult one. So f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. So find the value of function if x is equal to 3x minus 5. So replace all the x's by 3x minus 5 is equal to all the x's. We have 2 x's here. So 2 times 3x minus 5 squared, don't forget this one, minus 3x minus 5 plus 1. So don't forget to replace all the x's. So this way x, the other one x, so we already replaced those. Now we'll try to extract our answer. So 2, so this will be squared 3x minus 5. So I find it easier to create two binomials since the power is exponent 2. 3x minus 5. So want to distribute this negative 3 here. So this will be negative 3 times 3x will be negative 9x. So negative 3 times 5 will be positive 15. Okay, plus 1. Okay. So next one. So I think it is easier to perform FOIL method first for this two binomial. So we have two binomial here. So FOIL method. So don't forget we have 2 still. So we have 3x multiplied by 3x will be 9x squared. So outer 3x times negative 5 will be negative 15x. Okay. Inner, so negative 5 times 3x will be negative 15x. Also, next one, negative 5 times negative 5 will be negative 20. I'm sorry, that will be positive 25. Okay, both are negative. Negative 5 times negative 5. So minus 9x plus 15 plus 1. Okay, so I think it is easier to simplify first the inside of the parentheses. So this will be 2 9x squared minus 30x plus 25 minus 9x plus 15 plus 1. Okay, so next distribute these two. Because PEMDAS, we need to perform multiplication first on this area before we proceed to the addition and subtraction. Okay, so 2 times 9x, 2 times negative 30x, 2 times 25. Okay, so first, 2 times 9x squared will be 18x squared. So 2 times negative 30x will be negative 60x. 2 times 25 will be 50. Okay, minus 9x plus 15 plus 1. Okay, so I think we need to separate this one, simplify this one into a simpler form by combining all the similar terms. Okay, so similar terms first. So 18x squared, no other x squared present here. So all the x's, so we have negative 60x, negative 9x, nothing more. So next one will be all the sole numerical coefficients. So 50, 15, and 1. Okay. So by simplifying this one, by combining all the like terms, so we will be having 18x squared, negative 60x minus 9x will be negative 69x, plus 50 plus 15 will be 65 plus 1 will be 66. Okay? Okay. So that's our final answer. Okay? So for what values of x, so we need to identify what's the value of x that we cannot evaluate the function f of x is equal to x plus 4 over x squared minus 9. Okay? So this is a fraction form function. In order to identify what must be the value of x, what must be the value of these variables for us to not be able to evaluate, okay, not to evaluate the function. So one case that I easily think is that if the denominator will be equal to 0, because any number you divide by 0 you cannot define, no? You cannot define the answer. You cannot evaluate the function if the denominator will be equal to 0. So with that, we just need to use the denominator. It is wherein x squared minus 9 will be equal to 0. So when x squared minus 9 will be equal to 0, then the denominator here will be 0, then we cannot evaluate the function. So with this, I just need to find the value of x. So I'll just need to transfer negative 9 to the other side of the equation, which will be x squared, so will be equal to 9. And the value of x will be equal to either positive or negative 3. Okay? So I can test this out. So if f equals to positive 3, let's say, so 3 plus 4 is equal to 3 squared minus 9. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 over 3 squared will be 9 minus 9. So 7 over 0, which you cannot define. Again, if we use negative 3, so we replace excess with negative 3. So x plus 4 will be negative 3 plus 4. On the denominator side, na negative 3 raised to 2 will be negative 3 squared minus 9. So negative 3 plus 4 will be 1 over negative 3 squared will be 0. Positive 9 minus 9. So 1 minus 9 minus 9, 1 over 9 minus 9 will be 1 over 0. Okay, 1 over 0, which again also not definable. Okay, so that's all for our lesson 2.